We welcome you to this broadcast of Varsity Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We're at the Botkins Athletic Center where the Bradford Railroaders will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Winners Meats, and NKTelco bringing you tonight's game between Bradford and the Botkins Trojans. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and with me tonight, Jeremy Plyman. Bradford and Botkins, a very big game really for the Botkins Trojans. They're trying to get that first win under a new coach, Logan Watercutter, and set the tone for a good step forward in this new season.
It's a young season, Dave, and both of them are trying to work through some things here. Bradford also coming in 0-2. They dropped a game to Houston on Saturday. Then on Tuesday went down to Cedarville and lost to a very good Cedarville team. Them and Botkins both trying to find a way. Can we get a win? What do we have to do? Railroaders coming in, very young team. They've lost a lot of players the last couple years. Botkins same way. They lost Ainsley Munger, one of their all honorable mentions all league last year. She's now off at Heidelberg, and new coach trying to get some things going in the right direction. It's a young season here though, Dave.
Yeah, and we're just seconds away from introduction of our lineups and our national anthem here on NKTelco Sports. Jeremy, I think that Botkins, this first part of the season is so critical because once they hit the Shelby County Athletic League, then there's not many nights off once they hit the league schedule.
You're exactly right on that, Dave. You look at some of these games they've set up in their schedule. There are games that they can be in, they can compete and learn from. You get to the league, which is going to start here about next week, and you get the likes of Larmy and Rushi and Anna. Look out, it's going to get tough in a hurry.
Here at Botkins Athletic Complex, we've got the Botkins Trojans and the Bradford Railroaders about to do battle. I'm Dave Helmstetter, alongside me tonight, Jeremy Plyman. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. If you're joining us live, thanks for watching, as they're just about to introduce our starting lineups. And head coach for the Botkins Trojans, Logan Watercutter, and Logan, a newcomer to the Botkins scene as well.
Yes, she is. Last year, taking over for Tricia Dietz last year, who was in there last year, and Logan the first year. She also has Sarah Bergman as her new JV coach. So not only do we have a lot of new girls, we have some new coaching staff as well.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Botkins comes into tonight's game 0-1 on the young season. Bradford, as Jeremy said, 0-2 overall, and about to introduce the starting lineups here for tonight's Botkins junior varsity squad. Picked up a win. Railroad starters.
Number 6, Izzy Painter. Number 12, Layla Brewer. Now for your starters, number 5, Savannah Lingo.
Starters tonight for the Railroaders: number 5, Savannah Lingo; number 8, Kaylin Richard; number 14, Faith Gray; number 15, Riley Dotson; number 20, Brooklyn Crickmore; number 25, Bella Brewer; and number 28, Remy Harleman. Head coach, Alicia Patty. That's the Bradford Railroaders. Now for the home team.
Your hometown Trojans.
Botkins Trojans.
Number 12, Kylie Mack. Number 5, Emma Walter.
Introducing the
Number 3,
full lineup.
Number 9, Brendan Paul. Number 6, Ashley
Some of those you saw in the junior varsity contest a little bit earlier this evening, in which the Botkins Trojans were a winner.
Leah Steinke. Number 17,
Trace Hendrickson.
Gabby Griffith. Number 10,
Number
Caitlin
2
Barnes.
is
Number 11, Jana Metz. Number 2, Caitlin Meyer. Trojans are coached by Logan Watercutter, assisted by
as you see the Botkins starting lineup. And let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, all brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the visiting Bradford Railroaders. Keys to the game tonight, Jeremy, for the Railroaders.
Number one, Dave, coach wants to see him communicate, wants to see him play with confidence, and then wants to see good teamwork come out of them tonight. They feel that's our basis to get going in the right direction here right off the bat.
And for the Botkins Trojans,
very similar, as you see with the Railroaders. Communication is number one that both of them are talking about. They want to stay behind the ball and serve, receive, and run a consistent in-system offense. Get it, receive the set, get it to the setter, and then throw down some hammers.
Our keys to the game tonight brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, as always. So let's see what the Trojans can do here tonight. Trace Hendrickson, Jana Metz, Caitlin Meyer up front for the Trojans. As the Trojans will serve first. And we're underway. Railroaders send it to the back row. Up front, there's Hendrickson with the kill, and just like that, quickly, Botkins goes up 1-0. Gabby Griffith in serve for Botkins. Bradford on the counter. They'll send it back over. Hendrickson, soft touch at the net. Goes back over. They'll try to set it up for Meyer. Back over to the Bradford squad. Brewer back over as finds open space, and we're tied at 1-1. Here comes the serve to the back row, and a little bit too strong as Griffith cannot handle it, and it's 2-1. Bradford with the early lead. Brewer, her serve will be long, and we're tied at 2. Jana Metz, number 11, will serve it up. The sophomore trying to put the Trojans in the lead with a good serve here. It goes to the back row. Dug out of there by Dotson, but that's going to be a point for Botkins, and they go up 3-2.
Nice serve by Jana there. In a tough spot to make a play for the Bradford Railroaders.
You're right, Jeremy. Good, strong hit to the back row, and ball there picked up by Richard. They'll get it back over. On the set, Metz back over to Plattfoot, but they'll return it. Hendrickson. Oh, a nice kill by Trace Hendrickson.
She's their leader in kills so far after game 1. 17, Dave, and number 1 there. 14 in game number 1 for them when they played the other night.
Got the nice touch. Good, accurate, and finding that open space out there. 4-2, Botkins with the lead. Here comes a set by Metz to Hendrickson. Save there by Brewer. They'll send it back, but it's going to be way long as Brooklyn Crickmore, who a middle hitter who does quite a bit for Bradford up front, hits it too long, and Botkins up 5-2. And Jana Metz will stay in serve. 6-2 our score.
2 aces so far by Jana there so in the set.
All good for Botkins. Nice serve, tips the net. It's going to be hard to handle, and that'll make it 7-2, and Metz will stay in serve.
Jana, just a sophomore, played a lot of JV last year, was a setter last year for their JV team. Now Botkins running a 4-2.
And there's a hit by Bella Brewer. Got her hand on it, but that's going to be another ace for Jana Metz.
Jana and Janelle Plattfoot are the setters in this 4-2 lineup here, Dave. Janelle, their all-around player, honorable mention last year.
Bradford trying to counter the Botkins run here. Crickmore gets it back over. Metz will set up Plattfoot. Railroader defense digs in. They'll get it back across. Here comes Metz to Hendrickson. Got it. Trace Hendrickson. Boy, a nice set by Metz, and that's all it takes.
That's twice now. She's went to that little quick set right there to Trace right at the net. It's working really well. They got nice timing on that.
Good things happening here in set number 1 for the Botkins Trojans. Nice serve. Bradford, a little bit of talking about communication, a little hesitancy there, and Hendrickson will drill it home. Another kill for Hendrickson. And that's going to be a timeout for Bradford. Our score, the Botkins Trojans 10, the Bradford Railroaders 2. You're watching Varsity Volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Botkins tries to increase their lead after the Bradford timeout. 10-2 into the net it goes, and that's a hitting error there by Bradford as Botkins trying to get the big league early. Dotson back over to Richard, gets it across. Metz with the set, and that's going to be out. As Leah Steinke, number 8, a little bit too strong on the hit. So that'll make it 11-3 as Harleman with the serve. Metz. Bradford unable to return it as Meyer came in from the right side with a difficult hit for Bradford to handle.
Metz an equal opportunity employer out there. She's finding Trace Hendrickson. She's now finding Caitlin Meyer. She's looked at Janelle Plattfoot a couple times up there. She's finding anybody she'd want to right now.
Bradford, here comes the hit at the net. Hendrickson with the block. Not sure if she shared that with her teammate or not, but Hendrickson with a big hit there. Makes it 13-3 and a block for, I call it a block for Hendrickson. Crickmore looks for the back line, but it's going to be too long, and Bradford really in trouble right now, 14-3.
a couple of these balls going long for Bradford here, Dave. You wonder if Hendrickson's causing just a little bit of issues up there with them, wanting to hit them, can't get it up over the top of her arms.
Definitely a presence in the middle for Botkins. They'll go long, Bradford does. Here comes the set. Metz will send it across to the corner. Nice save by Bradford, but it goes astray, and that's a point. Metz put it in the corner trying to get Bradford to move, and they did that, and the return hit there by Izzy Painter, not a good one. And it's 15-3. Griffith with another serve. Here comes Crickmore at the net. There's the block. Janelle Plattfoot and Trace Hendrickson with a shared block right at the net, I think. That's how you might call that one, and it's 16-3. Griffith from the back row. Bradford trying to set it. Dotson just a little bit too strong, and like you said, Jeremy, there's a little bit of a presence there with Hendrickson and also with teammate Janelle Plattfoot up front.
Well, Trace has got all that height, and Janelle's just a super young athlete.
Let's see how Bradford counters. 17-3. They'll pick a point up there as it goes out of bounds. Substitutes.
Coach Patty's over there really encouraging her girls there. She's got a young team here, and they're struggling to kind of get in system here a little bit, Dave. Struggling on a little serve receive, and then it kind of gets out of whack for them a little bit.
Yep, very young Bradford squad. There's Gray if they hit. Goes into the net. And Hendrickson. First time tonight with the serve. Dotson gets it across. Hendrickson to her knees. Nice open space hit. And that was Caitlin Barhorst, I believe. Hendrickson, 19-4 our score. It's been all Botkins here in set number one. Dotson sends it across. Barhorst back over, nice hit. And that's number 8. That's Leah Steinke with the kill. Keeps it inside that back line. Makes it 20-4.
Leah Steinke, a 4-year starter for Logan Logan Watercutter this year. Been around the block a time or two.
Hendrickson with the ace. It's coming up all Botkins in this opening set. 21-4.
Trace Hendrickson driving the bus here too for him, Dave. One assist now, 3 or 4 kills, couple blocks, just causing havoc up at the net. Really playing a nice, solid first set here.
Allie Gerstner into the lineup for Botkins. Griffith over to Metz. Steinke will deliver, and it's 22-4. Bradford unable to handle that one. Hendrickson stays in serve. 22-4. And that's going to be an ace for Hendrickson. 23-4. Moving right along in this one.
Brennan Paul into the game, bringing in another freshman, Dave.
Yep, getting everybody some action here in this first set. They've been able to control it so far. It's 24-4, and they go for the win on this one by Hendrickson. Ashlyn Gruey into the lineup. Yet another freshman, Hendrickson. And Brewer will carry it, and that's 25-4. First set score. Botkins Trojans come up big in impressive fashion. Again, our first set score, Botkins 25, Bradford 4. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Botkins looking for a second set win, and serve is long, I do believe, and Botkins will take a 1-0 lead. And observations on the first set of play, Jeremy, that's the best set the Trojans have certainly played this year, I'm sure.
Well, I think it was a all-around game. You had Jana Metz is playing real well up at the net set, and she was finding multiple people multiple times. But her main one she was going to, Trace Hendrickson, had 4 kills in that set, and then as a team they had seven aces.
That's real good, 7 aces, and right there is an example of what we're talking about. Set up by Metz to Hendrickson.
Yeah, that connection's worked a couple times already today.
Yeah, that's the stuff that gives your team a little bit of confidence moving along the season. Crickmore with a hit, but it's going to be short of the net. She just reacted and unable to set it up for her teammate, Savannah Lingo. That makes it 3-0 Botkins. Serve a little bit long, and that means the Railroaders will have it. Harleman with the serve. Metz back over to Plattfoot. This time it's into the net, and it's 3-2. Plattfoot not quite able to get it over that time.
Remy Harleman here, senior for the Railroaders. Their leader in kills for him this year on the season so far.
Back across it comes to Brewer. Back row to Gray. Hendrickson at the net. And a point goes to the Trojans at 4-2. I think the Railroaders into the net that time. That's going to put number 17, Gabby Griffith, the libero, back at the serving line. Griffith to Gray. Up front to Brewer. There's a nice tip by Dotson, and makes it 4-3.
I think somebody got into the net there for Botkins, Dave.
Wasn't quite sure what happened there, but Crickmore will serve it. Brooklyn Crickmore. Griffith back over to Metz. Here comes Hendrickson. Count it. Trace Hendrickson. She's feeling it tonight.
That duo is almost automatic right now when they're going at it.
She's got such nice leaping capabilities. Nice set right in her wheelhouse, and she puts the Trojans up 5-3, and she's got the serve. Looking for the open space, and she'll find it as it's tipped there by Hendrickson, and Lingo will have the point as Emerson Walters will come into the lineup for Botkins. And in serve, Savannah Lingo. At the net. And in the net. I do believe Caitlin Barhorse. That's should tie it up at 5. At the net, there's the tip, and Janelle Plattfoot soft touch, picks up the point, and it's 6-5. Botkins will get the serve back, and here comes the set to Gray. Flatfoot. Flatfoot will have it. Over to Griffith. Back over to Mack. Kylie Mack, I believe, in the lineup too for Botkins. To the back row. Strong hit there by Barhorst. Flatfoot back to Griffith. Mack with the hit forward. Here comes the set there by Brewer. Trojans, can they recover? Nope, they cannot. And we stay tied at 6-6.
Bradford there, one of the first times we've seen them tonight, Dave, stay kind of in system. You know, they received, they got it, found their setter, and their setter made a nice set. They had some attacks in there, just couldn't find an opening till late there right there in the rally.
With the serve, Dotson, will go out of bounds, and the Trojans on the air take a 7-6 lead. Caitlin Barhorst to the back row. Brewer, short hit by Harlemart. And I'm not sure, was somebody in the net there?
Yeah, I think number 8, Leah Steinke, got into the net there a little bit, an unforced error.
So we're tied at 7-all. As Faith Gray serves it long, it'll be a serving error, so Botkins takes the lead on the long hit by Bradford. Trace Hendrickson will come back in for the Trojans. Hendrickson. Here comes the set. Crickmore, back row. Nice recovery by the Trojans. Flatfoot. Griffith sends it across, and that's going to be a point. So good work by the Trojans. Tell you, Leah Steinke doing a nice job from that back row for the Botkins Trojans. She's in the serve right now. Back over it goes to Dotson. Harlemore. Back over to Steinke. And Mack unable to get it across the net. And that'll make it 9-8. And the serve goes back to the Bradford Railroaders. Second set action. Botkins dominated in the opening set, 25-4. Flatfoot back over to Hendrickson. Good effort there by Mack to keep it alive. Bradford now with it. They'll come back with Dotson. Hendrickson. Nice work. Teammate Flatfoot gave it right back to Hendrickson. And the point goes the Botkins' way. Nice work there by the Trojans, Jeremy.
Both Botkins setters right now, you can tell they can see that Trace is having a real nice game, and they're going to her often. Jana Metz started off in the first set, and now Janelle Flatfoot starting to find her with consistency. Bradford
trails by 2. Metz set to Flatfoot. And Flatfoot, Janelle, the junior, comes through with the point, and that makes it 11-8.
Team leader in both aces and digs and assists coming into the night.
Railroaders in trouble. They'll get it across. Griffiths will send it up to Metz. Hendrickson, there it is. Trace Hendrickson having quite a night for herself.
This is the same rotation that Bradford struggled with in the first set where Botkins made their big run, Dave. I think they rolled off 8 in a row the first set. And jinx. Sorry about that, Jana.
Yes, serving error there. And Metz will come to the front line as Bradford will have the serve, 12-9. They trail by 3. Hendrickson, count it.
5 kills.
13-9.
5 kills on the set, Dave. Picking up right where she left off from Tuesday night. when they played against Temple Christian here. Had 14 kills on the night that night, and she's already up halfway home. Got 8 of them already today.
On our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 13-9. Botkins with the lead. Gabby Griffiths with the serve to the back row. Gray will handle it. Back over to Dotson. Crickmore will get it over. Metz, Plattfoot. Oh, just misses. Plattfoot just missed that back line.
It was a great set again by Jana. She went all the way to the outside to find Janelle, who's now playing the outside hitter when Metz is up in the front row setting for him.
Crickmore with the hit. Griffiths will field it. Metz now over to Plattfoot. Plattfoot tries to find that open space in the middle. Railroaders will recover. Griffiths back up to Metz. Over to the other side, and Barhorst. Railroaders on the attack. Griffiths trying to set it up. Barhorst recovered there by Painter. Now the Trojans. Metz, Hendrickson, there it is. You're not going to stop that tonight.
In system, Dave. Receive, set, go at it.
Fundamentals put to use there.
The Railroaders, being a young team, they're real. You can see they're out there trying, they're thinking, but they're so young. It's just taking a little bit. Their reactions are just a tad slow because they're trying to think their way through. That'll all come as the season goes along.
Back over to Metz. Here's Plattfoot at the net. Gray had a hand on it. They'll try to go for the point. It's going to be long, and Bradford will pick the point up. 14-11 our score. Botkins on the attack. Plattfoot back over to Steinke. Leah Steinke. That brings lots of noise from the Botkins bench on Steinke's point.
Nice set there by Janelle, and Leah finished it all for him.
And Plattfoot with the ace, and it's 16-11. Janelle Plattfoot, the junior, she'll serve it up again, and Botkins with a 1-set advantage, trying to make it 2 as we move along here in Botkins. Mack is a set. Barhorst will bring it back over. Railroaders trying to set it up, and Gray's hit goes to the back row, and just a little bit long as it goes off Walters, and it's 15-12. 16-12, excuse me.
Nice placement by Gray. She went to that back line and made Walters make a decision, and she was a little uncomfortable with the one she was going to make, I think, there.
Griffiths tries to save it, does so. Plattfoot gets it across and finds a, oh, it's going to be long. So that'll make it 16-13. I thought for a moment that hit the line, but I guess not. And there's an ace as the Botkin defense unable to handle it as Riley Dotson picks up the point, and Bradford creeps to within 2 points.
It's a game of momentum here, and Railroaders have it right now. They've reeled off 4 in a row, Dave.
Plattfoot. Back over to Steinke, and the hit comes back the other way, and Railroaders 16-15, trailed by a point. Dotson in serve. She's had the hot hand for the Railroaders. Griffiths to the back row. She'll dig it back out. Plattfoot will send it over. Railroaders quickly get it back as they'll set it up as Mack will hit it to Dotson. Now the Railroaders in trouble. They just, that first one got them out of their rhythm, and boy, once that happens, the breakdowns occur very quickly.
You're exactly right, that Dave.
17-15, our First National Bank Think First score. Botkins with the lead.
Freshman Caitlin Meyer back in the game now.
Serve goes to the back row. Brewer will set it up to Harlemer, and she'll knock it home, and it's 17-16.
Bradford's approach when Hendrickson isn't in the game is completely different. That one there, they were attacking. When Hendrickson in the game, they're trying to go with that little tip over the top of her. With her not in the way up there, Harleman just went right at it. Nice job by the Railroaders.
Trying to tie it up here, Faith Gray, junior. Griffiths with the hit, flat-foot back over. Trojans battling it at the net. Nice hit there, and we're tied as Harlemar picks up the point as she finds that open space in the corner, and we're tied at 17 all on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Not surprised that, Remy's here leading the charge back. She is their team leader in kills like we talked about earlier in the first set there, Dave.
And she's a senior. Griffiths in trouble, and that's going to put Bradford in the lead at 18-17.
Coach Watercutter wants a timeout.
Botkins takes the timeout. Our score, Bradford 18, Botkins 17. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Bradford takes the lead, and Trojans have to use the timeout. Logan Watercutter takes the timeout. Her team down by a point. Faith Gray with the serve. Steinke's going to get not going to get the point.
Yeah, she got it.
I
think they called it on. I think they called it off the fingertips of Bradford.
So that'll tie it back up. I thought she had the point. She'll tie it up at 18.
Trace Hendrickson back in the game.
Things might change in a hurry here, Jeremy. Bradford on the attack. Crickmore, she'll send it back over. Flatfoot, Hendrickson, there you go. Hendrickson 19-18. Botkins with the lead, and Trace Hendrickson.
Trace has got real good timing down with both those setters in tonight's game, right on that little quick set. She was doing it often in that first game with Jana Metz, and now she's got Janelle's found her the last couple times too.
Nice work for the Trojans. They have the lead at 19-18, but Bradford will tie it back up as Griffiths unable to dig it back out. So the serve goes over to number 25. That's Bella Brewer. 5'4" senior for the Railroaders. Nice serve. Griffiths gets it across. And Bradford has trouble with that, and Botkins is going to pick up a point on that. Not the greatest play for either team.
No, it wasn't, but you go back, what was the one thing that coach wanted to talk about from Railroaders? Communication.
Yep.
2 or 3 girls looking at each other, and that's where it's at.
Bradford on the attack. Lingo. Into the net it goes. 21-19. Railroaders down by 2 points. On the attack, there's the block. In the net. Nice block there by Botkins. See how Hendrickson and that Flatfoot shared in that block, maybe?
That's what it looked like again.
Yep. Or maybe that was Caitlin Meyer. Looks like she's in the lineup as well. Anyway, 22-19 our score. Setting up Crickmore, and there's a block by Hendrickson.
You know, Dave, we can talk real quick here. Bradford, first game, struggled. That was a rough one. They're playing pretty well right now in the second set. They've come back. As a young team, they could have folded up shop real quick, and they didn't. They're fighting real hard right now.
Playing much better in this second set than they did in the opening set. Hendrickson, soft touch that time. Railroaders trying to recover, and they do. Steinke back up to Hendrickson as Metz with the assist. Metz gets the assist, Hendrickson with the kill, and it's 24-19, and here comes set point. There it is. Botkins takes the second set, 25-19. So they go up 2-0, and again, our final second set score. Botkins 25, Bradford 19. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Botkins Trojans enjoying a 2-set lead against the Bradford Railroaders. Trojans looking to pick up win number 1 on this 2022-23 season. And could happen here tonight. Logan Watercutter in her first campaign for the Trojan would be win number 1 under the helm of the Botkins Trojans. Some pretty good numbers there in the first 2 sets, Jeremy, for Botkins.
Yeah, Trace Hendrickson, total of 11 kills now in both sets combined, 5 blocks. So like we talked, you know, when the Railroaders were making their run there, she wasn't in the game, and they were taking shots pretty good at the net there. Jana Metz, 5 aces. You know, she's getting it done too, playing really well when she's in there, finding Trace Hendrickson a lot, and finding she started finding Leah Steinke there for a little bit too.
Yeah, you see some team chemistry beginning to develop for the Trojans, and
you see it on Bradford's side too. You know, like we talked about, they got beat 25-4 in the first set, and then came back and made that set real competitive till the end there, and Botkins went on a little run.
And Trojans with the serve first. Griffiths goes to the back row, and she'll get the kill, and Botkins will jump out to a 1-0 lead.
The rare libero kill there for her, Dave.
I know, I almost hesitated in saying it. Is that possible? Is that? Well, it was, I think.
That's the first one on the year for her.
Yeah. And, you know, we go back to it. We just take a look right there, and we talked about it in the second set about communication. One of the keys, both coaches put communications down, and right there, you got 2 players looking at each other going like, uh-oh, there's a problem. And there's another kill. That'll lift Botkins into a 3-0 lead.
You know, Dave, in almost any sport, when you have a young team, communication is the key. Botkins is a little bit older here, got a couple more girls who have played more years, and they're able to pick up on the communication a little bit quicker than Bradford is.
Leah Steinke in serve for the Trojans, and they now have a 4-0 lead as, boy, they're off to a fast start here in the third set here on NKTelco Sports. Boy, thanks for joining us here. If you're watching live, you're seeing a good one for Botkins as Hendrickson finds another kill, and it's 5-0 Botkins.
Playing real well again, right out of the gate.
Steinke stays and serve, and that's a real good sign for the Trojans. Brewer gets it over to Crickmore. They'll send it to the back row. Griffiths will handle it. Trojans going to be past the line. It's Kylie Mack, I believe.
There you go, Dave. The coach from the Bradford talked about staying in system also in these games, helping. They got one right there, turned into a point.
Here comes the serve from Bella Brewer. Steinke. Plattfoot will have it to Hendrickson, hustling after it to get it over, and they get the point. Good hustle by Botkins sets up an easy point there as they find the open court, and it's 6-1 Botkins. Metz back over to Plattfoot. Gray will save it in the back. Plattfoot at the net. Just powers her way through the net, and that'll make it 7-1. Brewer tries to get it across, back over to the right side. Trojans at the net's Hendrickson, and Bradford will hit it into the net. Caitlin Meyer in the lineup there on the right side of Trace Hendrickson.
She's a nice young player, got a nice future, Dave. Both these teams got a lot of young players coming.
And there's Jana Metz. That's going to be an ace for Metz, and it's
number
9-1.
Number 6 on the evening.
Jana Metz, only a sophomore. Boy, there's a good serve. Tough one to handle by Brewer, and she doesn't. And that's another ace for Jana Metz.
A lot of movement on her serves there, Dave.
Bradford will take a timeout. Our score, Botkins 10, Bradford 1. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports. Botkins. There's the ace for Metz. Boy, we're going to have a tough time picking a player of the game tonight, too. Wow.
All kinds of options out there. Jana Metz has played really well. Trace Hendrickson's played real well. You could go through the list. Like you said earlier, Leah Steinke's played real well from that back row. And Janelle Plattfoot has been all over the place.
Hendrickson. She gets the point. Nice soft touch. Puts it in the corner of the court, and it's 12-1. Just a little bit too much experience and athleticism at the net for Bradford to handle. Metz with yet another ace.
All night, Trace has been taking swings at him all night, and then all of a sudden out of the blue there, she just goes with a little one right over the top of him. Kind of caught him off guard. They were backing up, waiting on her to hit it real hard.
Metz, this time it goes into the net. That'll make it 13-2. Bradford's going to rotate. They'll bring in Izzy Painter, a junior, to serve. Painter. Back to Gabby Griffiths, back over to Metz. Here comes Plattfoot. Gray will do a good job on defense for Bradford as they get it across. Griffiths, here comes the set. Barhorse will take it across, or rather Meyer will take it across. Into the net goes Crickmeyer's hit for Bradford, and it's 14-2. And
Bradford's got a couple sophomores out there right now and a freshman. Again, like you said, Dave, trying to get them some good time, get them some learning experience here.
Caitlin Barhorst will come into the lineup for Botkins. That serve by Griffiths is a little long, and it's 14-3. Brewer got a whistle.
Out of rotation.
And it's got to be a teaching moment here for somebody, or a learning moment, maybe I should put it that way.
I have noticed that Bradford, they play pretty quick on the other end. They don't wait on too much to get the serve off. Might have caught the Trojans out of off guard there a little bit.
Crickmore with the serve, and there's the point. Hendrickson finds the open space, and it's 15-4. Bradford converged to the middle, and wisely Hendrickson avoids the pressure over the net. Hendrickson in serve now. Brewer will hit it back. Gray goes to the back row, and Hendrickson unable to handle it, so it's 15-5. Layla Brewer with the serve. Here come the Trojans. Flat-foot.
Nice dig by Bradford.
Coming right back at it. Here's the set. Metz. And a swing and a miss. Metz trying to set Steinke up.
Tried to go with that little quick set that's been working so well between her and Trace Hendrickson.
And it's 15-6. And Trojans a little bit out of sync there, and it pulls Bradford to within 8, 15-7. As Layla Brewer will hit. Flat-foot.
Comes cross court and finds Leah Steinke.
Steinke with the point and the kill, and it's 16-7.
A couple points there in a row. Bradford got going, and Coach Watercutter talked about one of her keys to the game, communication. What was the Trojans struggling with? Communication.
Flatfoot with a serve, and she's going to pick up an ace. Janelle Flatfoot comes through with the ace. 17-7 our score here on NKTelco Sports on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Gray with the hit. It's going to be too strong. 18-7. And Botkins handling the run very nicely as Allie Gerstner will come into the lineup.
They got their junior leader, Janelle Flatfoot. She's played every game since her freshman year. Last year, honorable mention in the league. Plays a lot of JO volleyball around here. Loves the sport and doing real well right now for him.
And Flatfoot picks up the ace, and it's 19-7.
Coming into the game, lead him in aces, digs, and assists. Plays all the way around.
There's the serve by Flatfoot. Brewer back over to Dotson. Trojans on the set, Flatfoot. And Steinke with the point. Leah Steinke comes through, and it looks like Ashlyn Gruey, another one of the freshmen we saw play in the junior varsity contest, which Botkins pulled out a 2-set win. Dotson back over to Griffiths. Griffiths goes to the back row. And that's a point as Griffiths, Bradford unable to handle it.
Make that 2 kills on the season and 2 kills in the set here, Dave, for Gabby Griffith, the libero.
And they got a timeout. Our score, Botkins 21, Bradford 7. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Bradford takes the timeout. 21-7 our score as Botkins trying to wrap up a 3-set win here in a non-league volleyball contest at the Botkins Athletic Complex. 21-8, point goes to Bradford. Railroaders are part of the Western Ohio Athletic Conference. Dotson with a serve. Flatfoot up front. And in the net is going to be, I believe they're going to call Kylie Mack in the net.
That's unfortunate. It's a real nice play that they had going right there. Bradford putting a string of a couple points here together, hanging around.
21-9. Griffiths. Flatfoot gets it back over. Long and in. Remy Harlemer gets the point, and it's 21-10.
We talked about Coach Cutter bringing in Ashlyn Gruey, freshman, in to give her some minutes. These points here are nice for Bradford also. They got some young players out there.
And with the point, number 6, Ashlyn Gruey, makes it 22-10. So, yeah, you get a lot of experience on everybody's part as Emerson Walders will rotate out. And Trace Hendrickson comes in to finish things up for the Trojans. Brewer back over Gray. Comes the hit by Harlemer, but there's Hendrickson. Hendrickson makes it 23-10. Got a nice touch, nice jumping ability, and real nice frontline player for Botkins. Trace Hendrickson. Flatfoot. Kylie Mack gets into the game with a kill. Makes it 24. Hang on a minute. Makes it 24-10. Thank you. I was right.
It's early in the season for everybody, Dave.
Get ahead of myself.
Even the scoreboard
yeah,
kids.
I know. Here comes the hit by Harlemer. She finds the open space, and that'll make it 24-11. Crickmore will come back in. Brooklyn Crickmore, middle hitter for the Railroaders. Gray with the hit. Fielded by Griffiths, trying to set Hendrickson, but double hit, and serve will come back to Faith Gray. Gray with a serve, and that's going to be out, and that's it. It's going to make it a 25-11 final score, so Botkins picks up win number 1 on the season. That makes them 1-1 overall as they take a 3-set win over the Bradford Railroaders. Our 3rd set final score was 25-11. We'll be back with a look at our statistics. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Botkins coach Logan Watercutter picks up her first win here at Botkins. More importantly, the Botkins Trojans now stand at 1-1 on the season. Nice win for the Trojans, as here in early season high school volleyball, they won the last set there, set number 3, 25-12, took set number 2, 25-19, and really started well, 25-4 in that opening set. Let's take a look at our statistics here tonight. Take a look at some of the numbers, Jeremy. There are some pretty good numbers from lots of players on the Botkins side. Trace Hendrickson and Jana Metz for two of the leaders.
Well, Trace finished out the game with 13 kills, following up Tuesday's performance of 14 kills, had 7 blocks and 3 aces. Jana Metz, 9 aces on the game. Did not keep stat of how many assists she had. She found Trace time and time again with that little quick set there in the middle. And then Janelle Plattfoot all over the court. She had a block. She had 3 assists, had 4 kills, numerous digs in there for a while. Played really well. And Leah Steinke in the back there had 6 kills, numerous digs, and a couple aces to go with it.
Yeah, it was a nice night for the Trojans, and they now stand 1-1. Let's take a look at our player of the game tonight, all brought to you by NKTelco. And tonight's player of the game, Jana Metz.
9 aces. Was finding multiple players. We talked about her finding Trace Hendrickson on those little quick sets. She found Leah Steinke at times. She was finding the young freshman Caitlin Meyer a couple times, and then was going outside and finding Janelle Plattfoot at times also. And then in the last set there, I think she found Kylie Mack.
Great night of play for Jana Metz. She's our player of the game, all brought to you by NKTelco. Statistics, I'm not sure, Jeremy, anything else we need, anything else that we might want to share with everybody before we call it a night?
Bradford, we talked about them real quick there, Dave. Came up here, they're a young team. They're playing a couple sophomores, a couple freshmen. They came in, led by Remy Harleman, had numerous kills on the night, had her at 11 kills for the evening. She led them coming in for the season, led them there. They're going to be a nice team down the road. They just need to reset themselves here a little bit and use these games as learning experiences.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. I'd like to thank our other sponsors, additional sponsors: Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Emerson Climate, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Pratt Industries, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, and Wilson Health. Our Keys to the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco. Once again, our final scores: the Botkins Trojans win in 3 sets over the Bradford Railroaders, taking a 25-4, 25-19, and 25-12 win over Bradford. With me tonight, Jeremy Plyman. I'm Dave Helmstetter. Thanks for watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.